Box TV, welcome to this episode of Biography Trend. Please subscribe so you can party with me on this show. You don't actually know who I'm bringing on next. Biography Trend, we touch like notable personalities, famous personalities from different fields of endeavor, from royalty, monarchs, to musician, people from different fields. In case there's anyone you want us to talk about on this show, kindly forward it to us in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe if this is what you like, so that as we post videos, you can get them. Who are we talking about today? No other person than the Bonsue Fuji maestro, Adewale Ayuba. So today I'll be talking about Adewale Ayuba's biography. My name is Lovely Kerry. Welcome once again. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much.
Ijo, Ijo, Ijo.
The Bonsue Fuji maestro Adewale Ayuba Saliu Okeola, also known as Mr. Johnson, was born on May 6, 1966 in Ikene Remo, Ikene local government area of Ogun State, Nigeria, as the last child of his parent. He is a singer, songwriter, a drummer, an actor, just call him an artist. Another Mr. Johnson is a counterfeit. Alright. Adewale began to sing as early as age 3, and by 7 he had begun putting together other children to form a band, singing at local musical competitions and fiestas in Ikene. That's the youngest. He started singing at the age 3. Ooh. Right, let's go on. At that time, he was in primary 2. That was at age 7 now. He was in primary 2 at Ansarudin Primary School. Somehow, his talent was discovered by one Mr. Sunday Olojuanu, who was enraptured by the musical endowment in the young Adewale and sought to encourage his talent by investing in him. Mr. Sunday bought the equipment with which Adewale started his trade in music.
E double L O W Melo easy gentle now melo 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 borí tajẹ́ ṣe ò ṣayé jẹ́jẹ́ melo olówó lọ́wọ́ ò take it easy yé jayé yé ní jésù rántí pé fingers àná ti kọ mo rẹ́ni tí yóò ní kó fún lówó kó dẹ̀ máa ṣoore náà lápọ̀jù jọ̀wọ́ o máa ṣoore náà lápọ̀jù because bòrè bá pọ̀ lápọ̀jù wà má dìbí èmi sẹ́rí kí n gbọ́ lòun kọrin o jọ̀wọ́ má fi jó má kó ṣàjó breaking má fi jó má kó ṣàjó rèdè.
After his primary education, he proceeded to Remo School, the Remo Secondary School, Shagamu, Ogun State, but that did not stop his growth in his musical career. His father was an amateur singer but reinforced the value of education, making his son agree to focus on his education during the week and allow him to practice his music on Sunday. Recall that I said Adewale is the last child. He is the last child of well-educated siblings. So his father thought his own should not be a different case. Just like any other musician, when they get to identify their area of endeavor, they get busy and they don't want to go back to school. Of course, there will be they usually don't have that time, or their stardom don't give them the opportunity to go back to school. So his father made him to sign an undertaking. And what's in this undertaking? That he will go to school. He will go to the university. And that also he will marry one wife. No wonder Adewale, unlike most of his counterparts, has just one wife. Okay, so he was concentrating on music on Saturdays while concentrating on education during the week. Although he had gained admission to study architecture at the Ogun State Polytechnic in Abuja, his music career took center stage. His first album, Ibere, as beginning, was released at age 17. In early 1990, Ayuba signed with Sony Music to record an album, Bubble, which was released in 1991 and brought Ayuba into international prominence. He's a bubble, and I call my bubble. Alright, so Bubble marked the first time in history that a Fuji music album gained widespread recognition, topping music charts for 6 consecutive months and winning multiple awards at the Nigerian Awards (NMA).
Aloilo Adewale agbẹdẹgbẹ yọrọ sílẹ̀ bàbá ọ̀tá tán délẹ̀. Èmi ò ní lọ síbi kan bàbá ọ̀tá tán délẹ̀. I don't care what they say. Èwo ni kólóbá torí mo fẹ́ fọ́mọ yìí. Èwo ni tí wàrà tó fi sà torí mo fẹ́ fọ́mọ yìí. Mọ̀dínà wọ́n bí mi mo túnra bí èmi gangan la bí Bọ́lá mo Bọ́lá bí mo bó sówó mo fẹ́ sọ̀kọ̀ Bọ́lá ti tó. Sílẹ̀ àbáwọn tá a tán délẹ̀.
In the 1980s, he moved to Lagos where he made connection with Success Records, and by 1989, he had already produced 5 albums through the help of Mr. Adelaja, the owner of the company. Not much success was attained at the Success Record Company, so he had to quit. Remember, he had recorded 5 albums within the space of 3 to 5 years with Success Record, but not much was known of him that time. There was no record, no success was recorded, so he had to quit, and that advice was coming from his then manager. Let's continue. In 1990, life took a dramatic turnaround for good when he joined the CBS. At this time also, he discovered that his music genre was not popular nor patronized by students in the university and the elites. So it took time off to rebrand his music after he and his manager, Sharif Aderomu, took a research on how to capture an audience and also emulating the likes of Sir Shina Peters, who was the rave at that time.
ọlọ́run kọ̀ọ̀kan ò ní lọ láì ṣe 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 ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run kọ̀ọ̀kan ò ní lọ láì ṣe. orin ni orin ni orin ni kọ́kọ́rọ́ ilẹ̀kùn fún ẹnu ọ̀nà gbogbo. òrùkú bàmù. olóde gbòde orí. olóde gbòde orí. olóde gbòde orí. olóde gbòde orí. ológìní ti tajòdè èkútẹ́lẹ̀ paramọ́ o.
Ayuba's high-tech instrumentation and distinct voice changed the face of Fuji music. For the first time in history, the Nigerian elite, who until then had ignored music, Fuji music, embraced it after the success of Bobo. Honestly, those times I don't know. I have a brother who listens to this kind of genres of music. I don't usually I don't understand most of the Yoruba spoken in the music those days, but I just discovered that I like the energy, I like the vibes coming from Adewale Ayuba song, and I just liked it. I just liked it. At some point, Ayuba lived in New York during the reign of late General Sonny Abacha. He, however, returned after the death of the general. Before the end of his 3 years in the US, he had gotten his green card. He also took time out to go to school. He was in the Queensborough Community College, where he studied banking and finance, and obtained an associate degree in the discipline. It was a 2 year course, and at this period, that was at this period also he met his beloved wife, Azuki Ego. Ayuba is also putting his finance and banking study to good use. Apart from the business of music, he has put together one of the best business teams along with his wife. There are 25 band members in the Bonsue Fuji organization. However, the arrowhead of his enterprise is BFB Limited, which offers employment to over 35 Nigerians, among other things. The company sells automobiles and has a few houses for sale, so we can say is also into automobiles and real estate. Unlike other Fuji artists, he has many enviable academic degrees. Before I go on, I'd like to remind you that I said his father made him to sign an undertaking to get to the zenith of his academic career. That is, he needs to study. He needs to study. So he obtained a diploma from Ogun State Polytechnic and associate degree from the Queensborough College in New York, aside other degrees. He studied industrial law at the University of Lagos and doctorate of arts at Brandley University, and finally bagged a doctorate of arts in music at Brandley University, and that is fulfilling his father's wish of getting to the zenith of his educational pursuit.
Boom, boom, boom. gbọ̀n bí ìlú wa tí nínú òbòhùn bòhùn bòhùn. torí ọmọ gbà bí ìdààmú ajé borí. ìpara sálà wà wà tá a gbé ń dún lọ́wọ́. èmi ló lábúrò mi o. bòhùn 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 bọ̀bí ìlú wa tí nínú òbòhùn bòhùn bòhùn bọ̀bí láti mi kọrin. bòhùn 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 máa sì máa bòhùn bòhùn bòhùn. Ajébórí tó bá jí ẹ lójú oorun mi ò lè ṣe kí n má ṣeré o kí n má ṣeré o kí n má ṣàfihàn kí n má ṣàfihàn lọ́dọ̀ ṣeré o kó má ṣeré o. because ó ti mọ́ ẹ lára yéé. ohun tá a bá ṣe lónìí ọ̀rọ̀ ìtàn ni ó dà lọ́la ẹ dákun ẹ má gbígi oró èrè ń bọ̀. mo ní ẹ dákun ẹ má gbígi oró. gbogbo àgbààgbà tó ń bẹ̀ lókè ẹ tó kéṣe o. àgbààgbà tó ń bẹ̀ lókè ẹ tó kéṣe o. òwe ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ó fẹ́ bára wájú èyí tẹ́ bá ṣe là òròyìn o.
As the leader of a 15-piece old drum band, the Bonsue Fuji organization, Ayuba has played an essential role in evolution of Fuji, a form of juju played on traditional percussion instruments under Ayuba's direction. The group has developed a unique approach to Muslim-inspired chord and response singing. He is also a member of the Nigerian Red Cross and was branded Prince of Peace in 2002. In 2013, Ayuba signed on as longtime diligent stylist and fashion designer CSG. No wonder I sang about it. He sang about it, and I can remember. I can remember that, right? So he is signed on his long-time diligent stylist. As you can see, that Adewale is a lover of fashion, always cute to do all the time. And one of the things I like about him there. So to introduce Bonsue wears, which boosted awareness of his style around the world. Ayuba had always loved traditional Yoruba outfits such as the Shokoto and Buba outfit. He was comfortable performing in the clothes he wore on stage, and they have since defined his signature look. Remember, I told you he met his wife in the US, and according to him, he confessed that his wife has been a major backup for his success. No wonder it is said that behind a successful man is also another as successful woman. So Ayuba has been married to Azuke Gokwento since 1989. She is from Onisha, Anambra State, and together they have 7 children. In 2015, Ayuba crossed from Islam to Christianity. Is it because they married a Christian? I can say, but he has this to say. Explaining his decision, he said, it is a religion that permits its believers to communicate directly with their God without any intermediary. I am not saying that Islam is not a good religion, but I prefer Christianity now. He continued to say that there will always be a stage in life when one would know what best worked for him. The decision came as a shock to many of his friends, considering the fact that he had bagged many Islamic titles, like the Oshupa Adini, even sang about it, among others, and was known to be a devout Muslim. They was it. It talk about the Itire community, the Muslims coming together, alright, to choosing as the Osupa Adini, right? He is the first and only Fuji artist so far to have had a taste of Kora Awards when he won the Kora Awards in 2005 with his collaboration with Germany-based Nigerian artist Adebantu.
fingers àná ti kọ mo rẹ́ni tí yóò ní kó fún lówó kó dẹ̀ máa ṣoore náà lápọ̀jù jọ̀wọ́ o má ṣoore náà lápọ̀jù because bòrè bá pọ̀ lápọ̀jù wà má níbí èmi sórí kí n gbọ́ lòun kọrin o jọ̀wọ́ má fi jó má kó ṣàjó breaking má fi jó má kó ṣàjó rèdè nínú ẹ̀yìn tó yá mú lọ.
I'm talking about this hobby. He likes reading and studying and has numerous artists like Fela Anikulapo Kuti, KSA Kinsoni Ade, IK Dairo, Ebenezer Obe, Ayinde Barrister, Kolinti Ayinla, Aruna Ishola, Orlando Owo, etc. On the foreign scene, Bob Marley and Celine Dion are as role. In 2004, the Kennedy Development Association in Chicago gave him its Ogoirawo Award in recognition of his contribution to the development of Ikene Remo, his birthday. Ayuba has been crowned as the king of Bonsui Fuji, as he was the original artist who coined the musical genre as a subgenre of Fuji music. Ayuba writes all his songs and works for productions and performances hand in hand with his 15-man band. Ayuba and the Bonsue Fuji band, of which Ayuba is a lead singer, grew up with his band as part of his musical career and his success. His signature sound in his music is a Yoruba talking drum and sometimes American percussion. Ayuba, Adewale Ayuba, also known as Mr. Johnson, has done so well for himself over the year. The Bonsue Fuji Maestro has bagged many awards that time will not permit me to enlist for you right now. He is married to just one wife. Unlike many of his colleagues, many of them have 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. But Adewale Ayuba is married to just his one and only Azuke Go. I think that is to fulfill his father's wish, which made him to sign, asking him to make sure he goes to school before giving him his consent and asking him to marry just one wife. I think that makes him stand out among his counterparts. Most of them, it's not as if they don't want to be educated, but the stress and strain of stardom do not allow them to continue their education. So most of them are dropouts. Some of them after their primary, some of them after their secondary school, they couldn't continue. Some of them dropped out from higher institution. But that's not the case with Adewale Ayuba. Adewale Ayuba has numerous degrees and finally has a PhD to support his career. A PhD in music and arts from the University of Brandeis.
Ó yá o, ìjó tó jó yẹn kò tó rárá. Agbájé ló kọ́kọ́ yọ sí ibi o, àfọ̀bàjẹ́. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ àfọ̀bàjẹ́ network ẹni tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ rẹ̀ Adéwálé. Ìjó tó jó yẹn ò dẹ̀ tó rárá. Wípé o rìtáyà irọ́ pátápátá you go dédé mọ́ ti rẹ̀ sí peace. Ẹni yóò mọ jójó jáwọ́. Latif jẹ́ ká mú ní tóní lọ́wọ́ ńlẹ̀. Amẹ́ríkà pàdé mi ní New York City mo mọye tó ń ná kí ikú mẹ́pa búrò mi fún mi afọbajẹ. Àgbo adé láwàwà tá a gbé ń dún lọ́wọ́ ọkọ ìyàwó ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ oṣù mayà rẹ̀. Májò fáyín bébí. Adébímpé májò Ayuba orin Ayuba tó ń jẹ́ fújì bọ́sù o. Ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ oṣù mọ́wọ́ kúrò lẹ́rọ ohun tó lè ní ohun bọ̀ wá dẹ̀rọ̀ bébí jọjọ mi gbọ̀n súwé. Fún bí you can do without it. Yepa o lè máa dẹ́mọ́ with your gown kọ̀tà máa ń gọ́ sí with a friend. Ìwọ lè máa ṣakọ with your new husband kọ̀tà máa dẹ́mọ́ with your friend. Mi ò gbéṣẹ́ rànwọ́ o it's bubbling. Oya ṣùkùṣùkù bámbá ẹni tó bá wọ́n ẹ̀yìn ti nílẹ̀ bámbá. It's bubbling. Ọmọ olókè tú yìí o Olúwa tó ṣeun ẹ tún pa mú ká ṣeré mọ́dé adé àníjó fújì láàrin mọ́dé adé ẹ lè wá ọ́fíìsì kẹ́ máa yọ. Orin takata gbọ́ tó tẹ́wọ́ jó. Tiná kò gbọ́ tó tẹ́wọ́ jó bìtì kò gbọ́ ó tẹ́wọ́ jó. Yétúndé mi bá kárẹ̀ o. Ayé tí bèbí. We are happy, people we make you happy. Aduni. Bomu bomu bomu. Bọ̀bí ìlú wa tí mi dùn ó bomu bomu bomu. Bọ̀bí àti mi kọrin. Bomu 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 máa ṣì máa bomu bomu. Corporate lọ́mọ o, corporate lọ́mọ. Corporate lọ́mọ o, corporate lọ́mọ. Amẹ́ríkà ṣá ni mo wà lọ́jọ́ sí nínú tẹlifíṣàn. Mo fojú kan àdùn ní adé mi o. Eléyìí, ó lẹ́nu ní ibẹ̀ ju gbogbo wọn lọ. Àyíbá wọn sí níbẹ̀. Ìbáráyé kọjú sí òní kẹ́yìn sí bọ̀súwé yìí ti gbogbo ṣáájú máa lò.
Thank you for watching this biography today, and thank you for being with me also on Biography Trend. I like to always have your comments and your feedback on this show. Thank you once again. My name is Lovely Kerry. Don't forget to like and importantly subscribe. See you again next time.
Ó yá o, ìjó tó jó yẹn kò tó rárá.